Greetings. I'm Dr. Pearl John from Logos Management and welcome to the Other 167. We continue our series in the second part of Women of the Bible. And today we explore the life of Sarah, a woman of faith whose journey has been startling. It has been one of doubt and fulfillment that has much to teach us. Sarah's story is deeply woven into the narrative of God's promise and His faithfulness. As we delve into her life, we will uncover themes of faith in the impossible, the struggles of waiting, and the joy of fulfilled promises. The message is entitled Sarah from Doubt to Divine Fulfillment. Sarah from Doubt to Divine Fulfillment. And I'd like to focus on three key sub-themes. The first one is faith in the impossible. Faith in the impossible. In Genesis chapter 18, verses 10 to 14, we see the incredible promise made to Sarah. Despite her old age, God promised that she would bear a son. This seemed impossible to Sarah, who laughed at the very thought. Yet God's words, "Is anything too hard for the Lord?" reminds us that faith often requires believing in what seems impossible. Sarah's initial reaction of laughter when she hears the promise highlights her human doubts. It's easy to relate to Sarah, as we too find ourselves doubting when faced with seemingly impossible promises. However, God's faithfulness transcends our limitations and doubts. Consider the story of Raj and Sita, a modern-day couple who struggled with infertility for years. Despite medical reports and repeated disappointments, they held on to their faith. Miraculously, Sita eventually conceived and welcomed a healthy baby. Their journey echoes Sarah's, illustrating that God's timing and ways are beyond our understanding. Sarah's story challenges us to trust in God's promises, even when they seem impossible. It reminds us that God's power is not limited by our circumstances or doubts. By placing our faith in Him, we open ourselves, experiencing His miraculous works in our lives. The second sub-theme I'd like us to consider is struggles of waiting. Genesis chapter 16, verses 1 to 4, we find a description of Sarah's struggle with waiting. Impatient and doubting, she takes matters into her own hands by giving her maidservant Hagar to Abraham, resulting in the birth of Ishmael. This decision brought strife and complications, showing the consequences of stepping ahead of God's timing. Sarah's impatience led to a series of events that caused tension within her household. And this part of her story reveals the challenges and potential pitfalls of waiting for God's promises. It's a candid look at how our human tendencies can lead us to make decisions that complicate our lives. Consider Steve, a young professional who, tired of waiting for the right job, accepts a position that didn't align with his values. Over time, he finds himself absolutely disillusioned and unfulfilled, realizing that patience and trust in God's timing might have led to a more suitable opportunity. Sarah's experience teaches us the importance of patience and trust in God's timing. It encourages us to resist the urge to take control and instead rely on God's perfect plan. By doing so, we can avoid unnecessary complications and experience the fullness of His promises. The third sub-theme is joy of fulfilled promises. Genesis 21, 1 to 7, we witness the fulfillment of God's promise to Sarah. She gives birth to Isaac, and her laughter of doubt transforms into laughter of joy. This fulfillment underscores God's faithfulness and the joy that comes from his promises being realized. Sarah's journey from doubt to joy is a powerful testament of God's unwavering faithfulness. The story culminates in the birth of Isaac, a symbol of God's promise and a key figure in the lineage leading to Christ. This joyful conclusion highlights the reward of faith and patience. Imagine a community project that faced numerous challenges and delays. Despite setbacks, the team persevered, trusting in their vision. And when the project finally comes to fruition, the joy and sense of accomplishment are immense, such as Sarah's joy in holding Isaac. The fulfillment of God's promise to Sarah reminds us that God is always faithful. It encourages us to hold on to his promises, knowing that joy awaits those who trust in him. Sarah's narrative reassures us that no matter how long the wait, God's promises will come to pass. Sarah's life is a profound journey of faith, struggles, and ultimate joy. Her story from the initial promise to the birth of Isaac is a powerful testament to God's faithfulness and the transformative power of his promises. As we reflect on Sarah's journey, let us be inspired to place our faith in God even when it seems impossible. Let us learn to wait patiently for his timing, resisting the urge to take matters into our own hands, which is possibly a viable option and a compelling option at that. But would you just hold on and let God take control and allow God to lead and direct our lives? And when you do that, you will have the opportunity to rejoice in the knowledge that God's promises are always fulfilled, bringing joy and blessings beyond your imagination. This is Pearl John signing off the Other 167. Thank you for watching the Other 167. Continue to watch and join us the next week as we explore the life of Deborah. Until then, have a wonderful weekend and a great week ahead. See you next week.